Have you heard of the Up theory? This could make you cry.
Wait, the one where Carl's dead the whole time?
No, but we all know the movie Up is a really sad movie. But there's a theory that Carl actually died right after the movie Up.
Wait, how do you know that?
So in Toy Story 4, you can see in the antique shop that they're actually selling Carl's cane that he used in the movie Up. You can even see on the bottom of the cane, it has the 4 tennis balls just like Carl's.
No!
So most likely Carl's estate sold it to the antique shop because Carl doesn't need it anymore because he's dead. And Toy Story 4 came out 10 years after the movie Up. And in the movie Up, Carl was 78 years old. So about 10 years later, he'd be around 88 years old.
Dude, you just ruined my entire day. Ever wondered how Phineas and Ferb's inventions always disappear at the perfect time?
Yeah, it's always right before the mom can see it.
Yeah, and when it disappears, it's usually because Dr. Doofenshmirtz's machine hits it. But what if I told you the boys aren't just getting lucky?
Okay, then what happens then?
So I read this article, and there's a theory that Perry is the real reason why the boys never get caught.
How?
So at the beginning of the episodes, Perry always leaves right after the boys plan out their day, but he's always there to hear what they're gonna do. And when their inventions disappear, it's usually because Perry is pointing Dr. Doofenshmirtz's machine in the right direction to destroy their invention, because Perry knows exactly what would happen to the boys if their mom catches them.
Literally almost every episode, Perry comes in clutch for them.
Do you know the Inside Out theory?
No.
So the movie's about a girl named Riley, and she's struggling to start a new life away from her hometown, but her emotions are trying to make the best life it could be for her.
Dude, Inside Out is so sad.
Yeah, but what if I told you there's something about Riley that nobody knows?
Oh, here you go. You're gonna ruin everybody's day.
Maybe. So there's a theory that Riley's actually adopted, because if you look at her parents, they both have brown eyes and brown hair. But if you look at Riley, she has blonde hair and blue eyes, and it's almost scientifically impossible for that to happen.
Wait, that is kind of weird.
And you know how there's different islands in Riley's head that are powered by her different core memories?
Yeah, like Friendship Island and all those different ones.
Yeah, and if you look at Family Island, Riley's family tree is on it. But if you look at the family tree, all the pictures are blank because we don't know who her family is, and she doesn't either because it's all powered by her core memories.
I never even noticed that detail, but I guess it makes sense because she doesn't even know who her family is. Have you heard of the High School Musical theory?
You better not ruin this movie for me.
So we all know High School Musical is about Troy Bolton and Gabriella and how they fall in love. But what if I told you she's actually the villain?
What?
So throughout all the High School Musical movies, there's one person that's always trying to help Troy be more successful and reach all his dreams. Do you know who that is?
Gabriella?
So this is where the theory comes in. There's a theory that Sharpay is actually the hero of the movie and Gabriella is the villain.
Okay, no way.
Yeah, so in High School Musical 2, Gabriella is being really selfish and is mad at Troy. Whereas Sharpay is trying to help Troy set up a dinner with his dream college coach to help him get a scholarship. And Sharpay gets Troy a summer job on the golf course to help him meet people for his future. And it's an easier job than working in the kitchen. And the writers of the movie are trying to make Sharpay look like the villain, but in reality, she's a bold, strong girl that's just trying to reach her dreams and goals.
Wait, now that I think about it, Sharpay was actually just trying to help Troy.
Right, whereas Gabriella's getting mad at Troy for changing, but really Troy was just trying to better his future and he was maturing.
We gotta give Sharpay more credit.
Have you heard of the Finding Nemo theory?
Ooh, you found another one?
So you know how Dory has short-term memory loss and can't always remember things? But what if I told you she's actually a genius?
Why do you think that?
So throughout the movie, we see Dory and Marlin going through all these different challenges. But for some reason, Dory always gets them out of trouble.
It is kind of weird how she always ends up solving the problem.
Yeah, so one reason why she's a genius is one, she can read English words. And remember how she's able to read the scuba goggles? And it said P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way? And there's no other fish in the movie that could read.
Dude, if Dory couldn't read, they wouldn't have found Nemo.
Yeah, and she's able to speak whale. She's the only fish in the movie that could actually speak whale. And she tells the whale where Nemo is. And the whale actually takes her and Marlin to where Nemo is. Even though she has short-term memory loss, somehow she's always able to remember things when it's important.
Yeah, she remembered the address, and Marlin couldn't even remember the address. Do you know the Coco theory?
No.
So remember when Miguel and Hector are entering the music competition in the Land of the Dead?
Yeah.
When we see all the contestants performing, we see someone that looks really familiar that's from the movie Toy Story.
Wait, who is it?
So there's a theory that the one contestant is Sid, the evil little kid from Toy Story 1.
Wait, what?
Yeah, basically saying that after Toy Story, Sid died and is now living in the Land of the Dead. Because when you look at the contestant's outfit, it's the same exact outfit that Sid would wear. He has the black skull shirt, jeans, and Converse.
Even in Toy Story 3, Sid was wearing that skull shirt when he was the garbage man.
Yeah, and when Toy Story 1 released, Sid was 11 years old, and Coco released 22 years later, showing that he was probably 33 years old when he died, because the skeleton version of him looks around that age.
This theory is gonna blow your mind. Have you heard of the Ratatouille theory?
Which one?
So you know at the end of Ratatouille when the evil critic Anton Ego comes into the restaurant and Remy has to prepare a special dish for him?
Yeah.
And Anton Ego tells the waiter to surprise him with their best dish, but no one knows what to make him. But for some reason, Remy knows what to make him.
Yeah, it's weird how Remy knew how to make him the ratatouille.
So this is where the theory comes in. There's a theory that the reason why Remy knew how to make him the ratatouille is because Remy used to watch Anton Ego's mom cook it for him.
Wait, what?
So in the beginning of the movie, we see Remy in this old house, and there's an old lady in that house. What if I told you the old lady is actually Anton Ego's mom?
Wait, how do you know that?
When they show the flashbacks of Anton Ego's childhood, you see the exact same house is the same house at the beginning of the movie. The same stove, the same pot, same window, even the front door has the same chair right by it.
Wait, what the heck?
And that's why Remy knew exactly what to make him and how to make the Ratatouille the exact same way his mom used to, because Remy used to watch the mom make it for him.
Dude, that makes the story so much better. Why didn't they make that part of the movie?
What if I told you that Rapunzel from Tangled is actually a villain?
How would that even be possible?
So we all know at the end of Tangled, Rapunzel gets married to Flynn, and Flynn cuts off her hair, and it turns her hair brunette.
Oh yeah, then she lost all of her powers.
But after Tangled, we don't know what happens to her, but we can assume that she has kids. When you Google Rapunzel, it says that she ended up having 2 daughters, and the daughters' names were Anastasia and Drizella. Do you know who her daughters are?
Wait, the names kind of sound familiar.
So in Cinderella, the evil stepmom's daughters are Anastasia and Drizella.
No!
Yeah, so after Tangled, we can assume that things go wrong for Rapunzel and she becomes mean and evil. And she ends up becoming the evil stepmom in Cinderella.
Dude, you just ruined one of the best Disney movies ever created.
Have you heard of the WALL-E theory?
No.
Okay, so we all know that WALL-E is about how Earth became too dangerous to live on, and all the humans left Earth on the ship called the Axiom.
Right.
So the Axiom was only supposed to be in space for 5 years, but it ended up staying in space for 700 years.
Wait, yeah, how is there enough supplies if they only packed for 5 years?
Yeah, there's no way there was enough food for 700 years. When NASA goes to space for 5 days, they pack enough food for 7 days, just in case, but that's only 2 extra days.
Yeah, there's no way they stored 700 years worth of food if they only planned to be there for 5 years.
Right, so this is where the theory comes in. There's a theory that on the Axiom, they take the dead bodies and they feed it to the other humans on the ship.
Wait, what?
So throughout the movie, they show where they put all the trash and all the waste, but there's no sign of dead bodies. And there's also no place where they store the dead bodies. And the only way they won't run out of food is if they eat each other. And it makes sense because everybody on the Axiom eats the same food.
Wait, yeah, it is kind of weird that they always drink all their foods. They never eat solids.
Yeah, because the only way there's enough food for 700 years is if they take the dead bodies, grind them up, and feed it to the people on the ship through a cup and a straw.
Well, you ruined WALL-E for me.
What if I told you that Scar from Lion King wasn't killed in Lion King, but was actually killed by someone else?
Wait, I thought the hyenas ate him.
No, so we all know at the end of Lion King, we think that Scar dies. But you know, in ancient Greek mythology, whenever a soldier would kill an animal, he would then skin the animal and wear it as like a trophy.
Right.
So this is where the theory comes in. There's a theory that Hercules actually killed Scar.
Hercules?
So in Hercules, we see him posing while someone's trying to paint a picture of him, and he's wearing a dead animal. And that animal is actually Scar. After Lion King, Scar must have survived the hyena attack, and then Hercules must have killed him and skinned him. This theory was confirmed by Andre Astasia, the lead animator at Disney at the time, who worked on Hercules and Lion King, and he confirmed that Scar is actually in Hercules.
Dude, that makes both movies so much better because we know Scar got what he deserved.
Have you heard of the theory about Boo from Monsters, Inc?
Wait, what about Boo?
So 4 years ago, Top 10 Trends posted a crazy video about a theory about Boo. So you know like in Monsters, Inc, how all the monsters travel through doors that go to like a random kid's room to scare them?
Yeah.
So there's a theory that after Sully and Mike left Boo, she missed them a lot and always wanted to try to go find them again. And she discovered a way to use magic to travel through doors, just like how Sully and Mike would use to go to different dimensions to kids' rooms.
Oh, I know this theory. This is a good one.
Yeah, so in the movie Brave, we see that evil witch, she like uses the doors and travels through them just like how Sully and Mike would use it. Boo from Monsters, Inc. is actually the witch from Brave, and she also has a carving of Sully like on a piece of wood, and she has a model of Randall from Monsters, Inc. And on her desk, there's also a wood carving of the Pizza Planet truck, which shows that she could time travel, because in Brave, the Pizza Planet truck did not exist yet.
Dude, I remember hearing this theory like years ago, but it still blows my mind.